Hello, everybody, and welcome to another installment of the MRL Sportsman series here for race number 3 of the season at Richmond. It is the finality, I should say, of Richmond week here, and this is the perfect way to go out, having the Sportsman guys come on out and show their stuff. So, well, actually, I should say it's the Sportsman, and then also we have a very surprised guest in here. I'm about to start the. You may actually recognize this name from the Saturday side of things, where he finished a very healthy P7. But yeah, we have a new rule in the Sportsman Series that for 5 times in the season, the Cup guys can come on down and race with these guys. But we do have a lot of people coming on out, and an Agent Orange will be joining us here. How are you doing today, Nathan?
Doing well. How about you?
Doing all right now. Of course, he's not racing for points. He's just here for shots and goggles, here for the finality of Richmond Week. Xander has actually won both races in terms of ERA when we raced there on Thursday. That was 225 laps. And then he also did another 200 laps on Saturday and won there. But he is not in this field, meaning there will be an automatic new winner in this Richmond Week. And I will tell you, this field is stacked, Nathan, with 22 total trucks, 21 other competitors besides yourself. There's a lot to look at.
Yeah, and it's going to be a hectic race, especially no cautions. It's going to be about managing your risks and how you evaluate moves and things like that. Is that is that risk is that move worth the risk at this point in time? This no cautions, 112 laps, no stops, no stages. Uh, it's gonna be hairy.
Well, here is what I'm going to be looking at here in terms of strategy. This is expected to be about a two-stopper. It's going to be right on the cusp of making it in terms of a one-stopper. You actually want to be pitting for tires more so than you will be for fuel. But as we are having the timer click on down to 5, 4, 3, I'm about to back out of this right now. 22 drivers will be joining us here for tonight. And by the way, I'm sorry I missed everyone right here. We have a lot of different people already coming on through and showing the support for the Sportsman guys. Always having a great turnout in terms of viewers. We have Clay saying hello. WR Smike saying watching while at work. UK saying Mo Power baby. We have Burn It Down, who is actually the O2. Welcome. That is actually a new guy here. In fact, let me join on so I can kind of talk about that for a second. And then we also have another, well, not really new guy. He's been here before, but his first race in quite some time. That is Mopao and Nuka. And then also Baseball Kid just now coming on in. So yeah, a lot of people coming on in to show support for the truck series here. The new guy is coming on in. Who is going to be the ones to watch? Still connecting network. There we go. But yes, as we kind of click on through, there is a lot of new faces. Some returning. In fact, actually, there is a lot of others that is just kind of looking on out. So let's go ahead and join this party. Nathan, have you actually started yet? I apologize if I'm.
Green flag right now.
Oh, oh crap, we're still loading in. Oh, we're getting there. Sorry, I was kind of going on through, and there we go. All of these people coming on in and showing their support right here. So, there we go. Finally loading on in. We're probably about half a lap behind. Basketball is actually on pole, and he is definitely wanting to be one to watch for throughout this run. He was also in the Cup Series. Well, the offer from the Cup guys coming on down, the offer also is up where you can kind of move on up for 10 races there. So he was also on Saturday and finished a mighty P4 right there. Oh, well, Topster, saying in the chat, hang on, I'm coming. Well, 2 minutes too late there, Topster. Unfortunate from him, he will not be joining us for tonight, but look at how deep this field goes. 22 trucks and all on this 1 mile circuit. Oh, big wad up right there. I can see that towards the middle of the pack. Let's actually kind of go on board with that. We're going to be kind of cycling on through a little bit here. The 38 of Monster is in that thick of it right there. The 26, that's our points leader, also in the thick of it right there. But pivotally, though, the 88 of Low Chris is also tied with our points leader, and he's up in P2, almost right in fresh air. But keep in mind the 74 and the 88 have had a lot of run-ins in the past. In fact, the 74 is sick and tired of that 88, or so he quotes. That's his words, not mine. So I wonder what he's going to do in order to prevent him from winning this race. But yeah, going on through, we have a whole bunch of people to watch on out for. Tomboy, one of these people that is not going to be in this field is also Kobe Gamer, who, actually, funny story, there's only 2 drivers returning from this race last season. That was actually the 21 of Tomboy, as well as the 52 of Keith. I'm going to try to find him on here where he's there. He is. The 52 of Keith. All of these guys are returning from season 1. So interesting how this kind of shakes things on out. In terms of, returning now to the 13 kind of clips the O2 into the wall right there. No harm, no foul right there. That is just short track racing. But pass for the lead maybe. The 74 is racing hard with the 88. And the 88 trying to get that done. But we also have a brand new guy, B-Comp, who is actually going to be part of Memory's team. And he is right there in P3, the 88 and 74. Yeah, so I can see how this will be a battle for the ages right here. The 68 is going to be moving on down. What happened to the 22? Well, that is something brand new to me. So yeah, we had a we're trying to find him. Big move. Looks like there he goes. Looks like got moved up the track a little bit, but he's okay playing. That's what you were wondering. So we had we have a lot of people coming and going right here. Nathan, can you kind of give us a sit rep? How is it going?
Good right now. I feel pretty sporty. I'm not gonna lie.
Ooh, the 99 and the 24 right there. What position are you in? Because I'm kind of cycling on through the field. There's
place.
A lot of trucks. You're what?
Fourth,
sorry. There's a lot of trucks back here. In fact, there's 3 wide, almost 4 wide right here on the front stretch. Oh my goodness, the 24 of Long Live the Softs right here. In case you couldn't tell, that's what the LL stands for. Fire Slayer also coming on through. Big 3 wide moment right here. The 44 of Kleinboy up on top, and these guys are making it work. Look at this, a bunch of talent being showcased right here. But the 26 of Memory is finding himself kind of in a loss right here. He is just on the top side, and we saw this on Saturday. That's like the sucker hole right there. When you get thrown up on the top side, it's very, very hard to see. Or very, very hard for you to make ground when you're on the top on Richmond. Okay, change for the lead, though. The 88 takes the spot right there. In fact, Nathan, you're trying to take yeah, the 74 is saying, hey, man, I can't go any farther up the track right there. Yeah, that is a battle for P2 hanging on right here. The 68 right behind, like I said, as brand new guy, Chapman, who didn't have the best of runs at Homestead. In fact, actually, let's kind of consult my stats right here. Chapman did not actually run, so that's probably why he didn't have a good run. He actually missed the race. So he is technically a brand new guy. The 74 kind of being shuffled off the track a little bit. That's allowing the 88 to kind of move forward right here. He was last week's winner here in Homestead, so he's trying to make forward, but the 74 gets punted a little bit by the 68. That's just the Richmond way right there. And you have the 87 of Wildcard Coyote. So we have a whole bunch of strategy come up here. The 23, that is actually someone I'm not familiar with. Let's see who that is. Oh, the 33, my bad. That is a test scheme for the 33, a tuck ball. Ooh, very aggressive move to go 3 wide by tuck ball right there. Whew, and you can see that he is trying to make it work. But yeah, Fire Slayer, yes, thank you so much. I'm feeling so much better. Back in the commentary seat right now. Chapman, or sorry, yeah, you said Chapman's a god at Martinsville. Well, Martinsville and Richmond are much throttle control tracks, so we'll see what he can do here as he makes that pass for P5, and that brings Bass down a place. In fact, he is just up here in the top side where, like I said, that is a sucker hole. Not much of ground that he can make on the top side, but we will be seeing green flag pit stops here because there are no cautions here in this series, and we have, I want to say, if I'm counting my laps correctly, this is lap 20?
17.
Not close enough. So, But yes, we have the bots here, so we have an official race. Thank you all so much, bots, for showing on in. There we go. Clay, what was that response? A whole lot of new faces, exactly. Yes, a whole bunch of new faces here in the Sportsman side. That's why I like this series so much. Is it's a great showcase to come on down and see what they have in terms of strategy. Currently, no one out of this race right here. Um, um, but yeah, we have a whole bunch of strategy coming to boot right here. The 80 kind of setting sail right now. Not really a whole lot to do. Not really a whole lot of challenge. In fact, he's going to be lapping his first truck in the 20 of Hellcat right in front of him. But of course, a pit road speeding penalty can change. We saw how quickly things can change depending on when you take your stop here on Saturday. So we'll have to see how this is going to kind of shake on out. But yeah, B-Comp really impressing so far. His first run kind of reminds me of ERA's All Ordinary, where he came on out in his first run and almost finished on the podium. And right here, B-Comp is definitely showing what he can do. I'm unfamiliar with the name, so I can't quite pinpoint who that is, but Wildcard Coyotes right behind him, P4. Like I said, not having the best of races at Homestead. In fact, actually, he finished a P12 there, just outside the top 10. So currently, for him, he's sitting 21st in points, so he definitely wants to kind of get going now. But I'll tell you what, who is having a good run, though, let's kind of move on back to the second pack, is the 38 of Monster and the 16 of NRG. NRG had a great run at Talladega, sitting on the podium right there, but unfortunately, he he did not have. He did, but he could have had a better Homestead. He hit the grease coming out of turn 2, and it kind of booted him out of the way a little bit. So he's having a good run right here, and that is inside the top 10 for him. So he's having a good points day. But then we move on to the back, and I'll tell you what, the 26 of Memory is not having a good day. If I'm a betting man, this looks to be a mid-teens for him. Yeah, the 26 is, ooh, as he kind of hits the wall right there. Going to be passed by the 22 going to turn 1. Like I said, the 26 is our points leader here on Mondays, and he is not having a good day. So this could be a championship-defining race if he can't gather some kind of speed or make some adjustments. And Nathan, it's so hard to make adjustments here at Richmond, because usually when you want it to go faster, you have to loosen it on up. And that is so hard to do when the truck naturally is loose.
Oh, yeah.
All right, good talk. I was expecting a little bit more on that. Okay, cool.
Sorry.
All right, still nothing. All right, cool. All right, cool. But yeah, going back up to the lead, the 88 has like a little country mile, almost half of a backstretch between himself and his nearest competitor, which is actually Agent Orange right there. It was like he got the spot over the 68, so I must have missed that. So I apologize for missing that, ladies and gentlemen. But we do have a battle for P4 going on. That is Chapman versus Coyote. And that is teammates, mind you, going at it right there, the 87 and the 56. So it looks like the 87 of Wildcard will get that spot. Then you have the 33 of Tuckball right behind. Any Discord notifications I need to know about? No. Everyone's, for being a Richmond, everyone's being clean and green right now. No one's really getting mad at each other, at least not that I'm seeing. 14 people watching, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for coming on out. This is the Sportsman Series. I am your host, Private Patton. Joining me up here in the booth is our in-race reporter of an Agent Orange. We do have a bit of a running order for everyone right now, so let's kind of skip on back forward. So we have Locris out in front, and then the nearest truck right behind is yes, that is a custom truck of Agent Orange. Like I said, we do have the Cup guys coming on down for 5 races throughout the season. This is his first. The 68 of V-Comp right behind that is P3. 87 of Coyote right behind that is P4. And then, looks like a bit of a change of hands. 74 of Bassbuck gets the spot on, looks like Chapman. That is for P5, but now he's coming under fire from Tuckball. That is potentially going to be P5 right there, but then Chapman moves right behind Hellcat, and that 20 is not for position. The 8 of Mopow Nuka is, though, and that is for 8. Sorry, I had to do a little bit of math right there. I actually lost track. Right behind him is the 38 of Monster, that is P9, and then NRG in that number 16 truck winds out the top 10. Let's kind of move on forward a little bit, or I guess back. Let's see here. Who is behind? That is the 21 of Tomboy there for P11. The 22 of Freedom Flyer, aka Carman, in this particular case, that is P12. And you have the 26 of Memory, P13. Let's go on board with Memory now. P13. Then you have the 24 Long Live Sauce, P14. Another new guy, Liv Morgan fan, P15. And then you have Heron, P16. Looks like US Trek, P17. Right behind him is Skuck, P18. The 44 at Climbboy, P19. And then I want to say it's Warpig P20, and that's why he's extremely slow right there. Probably doesn't quite know. Yep, there is the line right there. So, and then Keith now moving up to 20. So Warpig 21st, and then our final runner is the 20 of Hellcat. So that is our running order so far. Wish I could as well, but the start time is really so early. And yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, and that catches a lot of people off guard, but you know, it's one of those things, honestly. It looks like BCom actually made, Keith going through the infield grass right there. That was an interesting line. I wonder if he tried to get on down pit road and just missed. We'll have to see if he try to come on down this time. No, he looks like he just got loose, so he just was kind of all up in a tizzy right there. But yes, interesting how the 87 is now starting to move forward. Interesting developments here in terms of the point standings. Like I said, Lil Chris and Memory were tied going into this run. But also, US Trek Enterprise, who was third in points. I should talk about him for a hot second. Not having the best of nights. As I was saying, I think he's down in P17, I do believe. So he is third in points entering this run, and he is going to be losing a crap ton of points with Energy being P4, and he is right there in he's right there in P10. So definitely, we're seeing strategy come about right here with Tomboy coming on and hitting his box so far. Nathan, can you enlighten us? Will the one stop be possible, or is this a two stopper?
It's a two-stopper.
I didn't hear you.
It's a two-stopper.
It's a two-stopper. So it looks like the 21 is probably splitting into thirds. So that 21 on Tom is going to try to get a little bit of fresh rubber early. As you can see, he is coming on out of the pits right there. Looks like he'll kind of blend on in just in front of the 38, and that's actually going to be good news for him, because now he can kind of focus on a little bit of cleaner air. Oh, might make that, strike that. Looks like he's going to blend in right behind the 38, but he will make that spot going quickly into turn 1 right here. So yeah, it looks like everyone is just basically getting their rubber quicker or sooner rather than later, or at least that's what the 21's trying to do. Not everyone taken to pit road this early, so it looks like to me they're trying to run it on out and get the benefit of those new tires later on in the run. So that is the inverse of the strategy of what the 21's doing right now. Yes, you can see him. He's going to be blasting past Mopao and Nuka, probably going into turn 3 right here. But he will be on the downside of strategy here going into the longer run because of how the tires will wear. And that fact, there he goes. He's going to try to make that position done and dusted right here. The 52 of Keith is for... Ooh, look at how he just lunges into all the confidence in the world with those 4 fresh Mr. Feelgoods. And yes, looks like that is his strategy, and that's the bet he's deciding to make for himself. Position change right here. Looks like that was the 24 making the pass on the 02. I could be mistaken on that. That may have been how it was running, but looks like the 26 of Memory coming on down. He probably knows that he has to do something in order to fix his truck on up, because he is not where he needs to be in terms of championship competition here. Looks like the 99 of US Strike does pass his teammate. I am for sure on that, so that is a position made. And yes, that is both an in-game teammate as well as IRL teammate. He is on the PMR group, and the 13 of our Heron is also there as well. 15 of, the 44 of Climb Boys trying to make his way, trying to pass the 15 of Skuck. They are nose and stern right there. Maybe a couple lap or so until I can get that done. The 40 of Warpig is on 4 fresh tires. In fact, he's hanging out with the leader of the 88, who is just kind of been on a cruise right now. But it looks like the 87 is
68
going...
pitting.
Ooh, 68 pitting. I didn't notice that at the corner of my eye. In fact, it actually looks like the 56 of Chapman is going to be right behind. Strategy. The gauntlet has been thrown for our leaders here. Who will be the first, or I guess, who will respond? Looks like it will be the 88 to come on down. You definitely want to practice getting on pit road here. That is partially why I put black flags on during qualifying, so everyone would be... a big moment right there by the 8 of Mopao and Nuka right there, getting on out of the way. But yeah, that is partially why I put black flags on, because Richmond, that line really kind of sneaks up on you. Looks like the 87 is going to come on down. The 74, I do believe, is right behind. And a lot of people hitting their box right now. So the running order is going to kind of shake on up here, depending on who gets a pit road speeding penalty and who doesn't. That is going to be the question mark here. The 88 is going to be exiting his box right there. So looks like he didn't speed. But maybe the 87 did. Oh, I'm not seeing him. Where is he at? Oh, boy, howdy. I could go for some clam chowder. Yes, he did! The 87 spell... Oh, my goodness! Oh, he was running so well, but now all of that is going to be undone. In fact, there he goes. He actually gets lapped by the 88 right there. Actually, never mind. I could be mistaken on that. Never mind. Don't worry about it. It probably just was a matter of pinning one lap later. Never mind. Sorry, guys. False advertisement. Hashtag cancel private patent. I thought the 87 pit the same lap as the 88, but I guess I was mistaken on that. My fault. My fault. Richmond is such a long pit road for this short track, so I apologize, guys. Don't crucify me. I'm just a man. Nathan, who's the leader right now?
I am.
Oh, you are. Okay. Oh. Well,
Well, I was.
well, you were. I was about to say, I was trying to find you, and there you are. So, all right. Well, hey, at least you're not running for points. You know, this is just for fun. Well, anyway, so the 8 was the leader right here. Here is the 33 of Tuck Ball, and I do believe that's the 74 right behind him. Yes, I heard that engine right there. So looks like the running order will be the 88 of Low Chris, the 86, or sorry, 68 of B Comp, who really closed the gap on the 88 right there. So interesting how that shook on out right here. Here is the 26 of Memory battling with the 02. That is for 12, I do believe. And there he goes. It looks like the 21 of Tomboy, who, remember, pit early in this stint, is now paying the price, if I can go on board with him. Where is he at? He's around here somewhere. There he is. Who was battling with all of these guys. In fact, passing him on newer tires, is now feeling the ramifications. That there is indeed consequences for his actions there. Yeah, man. Yeah, so that's like my favorite meme ever. It's the horse on the beach looking on out at the sunset, just saying "man." That is probably my favorite image right there. Yeah, Tomboy now finding himself without a lot of footing. That grip is just not where it was because of when he decided to pit. So interesting how this kind of shakes on out in terms of strategy here. Because now everyone is going to be trying to move forward as much as possible here on those worn tires. Hopefully those adjustments were good. And I know it's so hard to do it, but there are little bits that you can actually help. I prefer a little bit of higher wedge. Definitely, strangely enough, you actually want to, at least in the trucks, not touch the tape personally. I feel like it gets a little bit too tight. You want to raise the rights, but you also want to counter it by also raising the lefts. So therefore, when by raising the rights, you would actually loosen up the truck at the cost of making it go faster. By raising the lefts, you actually tighten it up. So That's what you want to do personally. But there's also a very fine line, and I found that fine line on Thursday when I was leading, and I did not win the race. That's because I like to choke around here. That's as the saying goes. I choke a lot of races away. But currently, who is not choking right now is the 88 of Lil Chris in the lead right now. What lap is it right now, Nathan?
It is lap 56.
56. This actually is one of the longer races on the Sportsman calendar here. 112 laps may not sound like a lot in terms of numerical value, but when you're running about 20-second lap times, it lasts. I want to say this race will be about 45 minutes, when usually the races around this caliber are around half an hour. So these guys are really kind of at the helm of 45 minutes of making little to no mistakes and just trying to move forward because of it. Yeah, it's botched lobby patent to you guys right there. But yeah, actually, Nathan, could you illuminate me? What position are you in right now?
14.
Oh, Memory actually lost some positions off of that whole exchange right there. So interesting how that is really shaking out. Now, this is not what he needs for his point stake. Same thing with Kleinboy. Kleinboy as well is P5 in the standings, and he is not having a good run. In fact, actually, out of the top 10, the only person that is having a good day, or I guess two people, is Lil Chris and Bassbuck. NRG is having a decent day. He's sitting on the cusp of the top 10. There he is right here with Monster. In fact, he's probably P9, searching for P8 right there. But everyone else, Memory, 15th. US Trek in the high teens. Kleinboy, high teens. Skuck, mid-teens. Topster, no-show. Sauce, I think he's like 12th actually right there. So if that's P9, yeah, he's P11, P12. So I was like, okay, well, Sauce, but a little bit better. Sauce is also P9 in the standings. Then Tomboy, who is starting to lose.
13th.
He's 13th, exactly. So that means Sauce is P12. Thank you. But yeah, all of these top 10 guys are finding themselves without much direction to go on. It looks like the 40 spun it right there. No cautions will be flown for him. So it's just one of those things. You just got to get back on that horse and continue riding. But yes, interesting how all of this is kind of shaking out in terms of the grand scheme of things. This is why I pick the hardest tracks in terms of the entire game for the Sportsman guys to run, because it tests their mettle. If you can do well on every single track, that means you deserve a cup spot. And right now, what we're seeing is literally all but 2 of our top 10 is either not having a good race or a no-show. So this is going to be a massive championship battle. Especially now going to be swinging into the hands of the 88 as, like I said, Memory, who he tied with going into this run, is all the way down in 15th. So yeah, interesting how all of that shakes on. This is why I love the Sportsman series so much, is because of all of the different talent levels coming on down to one and showing what they got. You know, it's awesome to see. Looks like Bassbuck is where did Bassbuck go? We'll try to find him. Oh, there he is. He's behind the A7, who is in P. Okay, so he's in P4. I thought he was still behind Tuckball and Chapman. But yeah, interesting. Looks like Energy gets that spot. And looks like the A to Mopao and Nuka actually is on his way forward. So it looks like Energy is actually really... Oh yeah, he's moving on up. That is actually P7 for Energy. 38 of Monster is also having a good day. He is currently 20th in points, I should remind you all on. Nuka is also a first-timer here. So he is getting his first his feet wet here in the Sportsman series that we're returning. Next week we are at Dover, by the way. So I should mention that Dover is going to be a heck of a run. I should mention that Dover is probably one of the hardest pit roads to get onto. If you guys know me, then you guys know that I suck getting on the pit road. And Dover, oh my goodness, I cannot get on Dover pit road to save my life. So it's going to be interesting to see how these guys will adapt down there. It's a 22 and 8 for position. Yes, they are. Where are they at? I was just on board with them. That is for position. This is actually for the 22 is in P9, and the 8 is for P10. So this is the back half of the top 10 right here. In fact, actually, it looks like the 38 of Monster just ahead is kind of buttering on up his teammate right there.
56 spun.
Oh, Chapman spun! Implications. Looks like he's pitting right there in order to probably make it to the rest, to the end. Can you guys, from pitting from here, can you make it to the end?
It's right on the cusp.
So it looks like he probably spun in. It was just like, you know what, I want to get on those fresh tires sooner rather than later. Looks like the 87 is moving on up into P2. Looks
Yeah,
like
you can make it.
Okay, cool. So it looks like the 87 is trying to get in, has a better long-run truck, all things considered here. Passing the 68 of B-Comp, who, like I said, is also brand new here. He's actually on Memory's team. Memory still has yet to give me a team name for him. So if you actually look into Discord, it says Memory's team to be decided. And it's been like that for the past 2 weeks. Memory, if you're watching this and later on, or even if you're watching it live, give me your team name so I can finally put that spot. But yeah, the 68 is actually going to be a part of that team, joining Memory, Wildcard, and his teammate right here, and Chapman right here, who just pitted. So that is going to be an excellent run for them and those guys. Bassbuck right here as well. They're in P4, he's knee-deep in traffic right there, just passing the 15 of Skuck and the 13 of Heron, now setting his sights on the 40 of Warpig just in front. So we're seeing how that's going to go. Underdog could potentially be signing a 4 driver. Ooh, spicy. Well, I know you're eyeing the 68. Well, I apologize. He is taken. He is spoken for. So, 68 is off the table. 40 of Warpig actually claps the wall right there. 21 of Tomboy coming on down pit road for his final stop. He will, like I said, he will have the benefit of those fresh tires early, but you saw he absolutely was drowning there at the end. Tuckball, you have to ask UK on that. UK, I know you're in this chat. What's Tuckball in top tier to you guys? Because I know you brought both of them in. Yes. The 21 was floundering there at the end of that run, so it's going to be interesting to see how all this kind of shakes on out and who speeds and who doesn't. Hopefully the people adapted. Looks like the 21 didn't speed, so there he goes. So excellent job from him. Let's see here. Any major battles for position right now? Not really.
Big gaggle in 3 and 4 right now.
Yeah, that's what I just pulled away from, and that's just lap traffic just hitting each other. Ooh, and the 21 also having fresh tires. He is trying to make his way through all of this traffic as well, so he's trying to be respectful for those battling for position, but also just trying to get through them as well, so he can start closing in on the trucks in front. I think that's what happened last time, is that he, remember, he came out in the pack of 38, in the 16 and the 8 last time. It looks like he's doing the same thing this time as well. The 24 along with the sauce is definitely making his way forward, passing, or maybe just Nuka is is kind of floundering right here on those worn tires. So yeah, the 26 Memory is also trying to move forward as well. He's dipped his nose underneath for a hot second, but no luck, Chuck, and the 8 slams the door. But yeah, that is a big gaggle back there. Looks like the 38 actually got past the 16 right there, so interesting how that's coming on through. The 22 is right behind, but he's been right behind. Then you have Sauce and the 8 right there, so looks like that puts Monster into P7, Energy into P8, Freedom into P9, and Sauce into the top 10, so excellent job from him. Here's the 33 at Tuck Ball. That is the P5 right now. Um, uh, so, interesting. Let's see. 40 is coming on down for his final stop of the race. Trying to find where our leaders are at. So you have the 87 who's coming on down for those four fresh tires. I think the 88's still on out. No, he actually already pit. So who's our leader right now, Nathan?
It's Bass.
Bass. So there he is coming on down. So Bass is our leader. And there goes the 88 exiting his pit stall. So I'm assuming he did not speed. But we'll have to kind of follow him because I'm assuming the 87 pit the following lap. So here he goes. Here goes the 24 trying to go along the side. But the 88 will have the benefit of the four fresh tires. And he will come on through. So through the front stretch, you can see that the 87 is still out on pit lane. And he will pass him for position. And that is going to be a big indication on how the rest of this race will go because the 88 is basically now in clean air. And the 87 will have to go through all that traffic that the 88 just kind of went on through. So, interesting how that shakes on out. The 74 at Bass still our leader?
Yep.
All right, cool. So
I'll let you know
now
if it changes.
All right, thank you. So there is our leader, literally right in front of us, right there. Here's the 99 of US Track, who is a lap down. Like I said, not having the best of races for him, but it'd be like that sometimes. Let's see here. I wonder, what lap is it?
It is lap 87.
No, there's no way. These guys should be coming to pit road here in the next 5 laps, right?
Could be.
Well,
I'm fine on field for a while.
For a while, so maybe that's what Baz is trying to do, and he is trying to make a 2-tire stop. Looks like the 88 kind of spread into thirds right here, and took 4 tires. So who will take the bait and try to make this strategy work? It looks like the 74 of Bass will try to do that, knowing that he was probably a little bit too far behind, that he had to do something radically different in order to try to get something rolling. So, will it work? I don't know. I think, so essentially, no matter what, he has to come on down another time. No one can make it out of one stop. The 74 is probably either aiming at a no-tire stop or a 2-tire stop. And I wonder if the 88, who is currently a lap down in this current juncture, and about half a lap behind from unlapping himself, will be able to, big kerfuffle going on into pit road right there. That's probably to the 88's benefit, is actually when he's coming up to them, they're going on the pit road, so he's not having to battle all these drivers. But yeah, it looks like the 74 will come on down for his final stop right here. So maybe not. It's a little too far out for to make 2 tires work, but you know what? Hey, it was worth a shot. Here's the 68, who is 16 of Energy, will get his lap led for the race. Where is he at? Yeah, coming on around. There he goes. Yeah, he will get his 5 bonus. Oh, never mind. Well, actually, he probably will. Oh, he probably sped right there. That may have been it, because he came in hot and heavy going into turn 3. So Energy may have just taken himself out of the race just like that.
8.
So there. I'm sorry?
8 is the leader.
U8 or
No, the other 8.
Alright, so Nuka will actually be leading. Oh, looks like Long with the Sauce has either just exited the race or he lagged on out. I'm not seeing any Discord talk from him. Sauce out of the race. And that is actually our first DNF, actually, very surprisingly. So yeah, Mopao Nuka trying to still leading right here. So he's probably trying to make the 2 tires work right here, but definitely having all of this in his back pocket. We are looking at Well, there goes the 16. Yeah, that is him out of contention at least because he sped going onto that. Ooh. Um, Nathan, have you paid yet?
Nope.
How many laps we got?
17.
17. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's probably what the eight's trying to do is trying to stop for two tires and then be good to go on in terms of the rest of the way, and that will just naturally gain time through just less time on pit road. But will it actually come to fruition is yet to be decided because as we saw with the 16, you don't want to speed. So interesting. Give me one
States on
second,
pit
guys.
road.
Oh, thank you. Give me 1 second. So I apologize. Um, but yeah, it looks like Sauce, unfortunately, is going to be facing a difficult point stay here after having another lackluster race there at Homestead. So yeah, there he is. I was trying to find him right there. But yes, the 88. Well, I mean, let me know when you pit, obviously, Nathan. But P2 should be low Chris, right?
Yep.
All right, so there is our leader right there, and let's try to find our. There he is. So about half a track behind, and that is not for the lucky dog or to go back in the lead lap. This is actually for position. So as soon as the 8 comes on down, in order to pit, he will be assuming the leader. No, he doesn't have to go around another time or anything like that. He is good to go this time. So it looks like everyone just kind of fending for themselves right now. There goes Nuka, who lost a little bit of time to the 22, and looks like the 38, mind you. There goes the 15 to 13 of Heron as well, having a not as good of a run. So all of these guys trying to do a little bit of strategy work. Looks like 99 is doing what the real live people do, and arc their corners, going in and off the corner, kind of swooping on up and then kind of diming in the corner a little bit. I like what he's doing right there. So that puts the 88 to the lead right here with the 8 pitting right there. And there is the 68 right behind, but he is a little bit too far, too late as we are coming close to the conclusion of this race. There goes the 8 coming on back off of the pits. There's the 20 of Hellcat who gained a spot because of Sauce exiting the race. What position are you blending back in?
10th.
10th. P10. There we go. So yeah, it looks like Chris has absolutely just put a pounding on the field. Very much Joseph Newgarden like yesterday, I should say, at Iowa, where like 60 laps in, he lapped all the way up to like 6th place or something like that. That was a good race, honestly. Hopefully, Newgarden is all right though, because apparently he was transported to the hospital after the race because he fell and hit his head after exiting the race early because of his accident. So hopefully he's all right. Battle for the podium, though. Looks like Wildcard Coyote is under fire from Bassbuck right here. But we'll have to see a little bit of that Richmond bump and run. The 74 is going to take that spot. That is for the podium position. And there we go. Bassbuck getting that spot. Looks like the 68 is now going to be under fire from the 74. Where did the 74 find this pace? How many laps to go, Nathan?
I think it's 6 to go.
6 to go this time or coming 2?
I just took 6, which means the 88's taking 5 now.
Okay, so we're on 5 laps to go here, ladies and gentlemen. So will anything happen here in the final 5 laps of this race? It's going to be interesting to see. I said that so much. I got to stop saying that. That right here, the 88 is choking a little bit. The 68, 4 laps to go, is really catching. The 20, though, of Hellcat is in between. The 68 wants to make quick fast with that. 3 laps to go. Or is it? It's still 4 to go, right?
I don't.
Okay, well, never mind. So we'll just pretend this is 3 to go this time. So 3 to go. I don't know how I can lose track so much, so easily like that.
I took 4, and he's taking 3.
All right, so yeah, this is 3 to go. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, here we are. The 68 is right there in order to take his maiden win in his first race. We have yet to see that. And actually, just 2 races. Memory did it at Talladega. Can we see the 68 do it here? Coming to 2 to go. Will we see the Richmond bump and run? That has been the theory for the league so far, is what would you do for a win? A lap and a half to go. The 68 is at the bumper of his tailgate, and he gives a little push right there, going into 3 and 4. The 68 is there. The white flag is out. The 88 has been dominant this entire race, but this may all come to a head here because the 68 is there. Will he just kind of flat-footed going into turn 3? No, he's rather clean with it. He does go underneath him, though. A little bit of a bumper coming to the line, and the 88 will go and take that spot. The 88 will get his second win in 2 consecutive races. The 68 in his first race will be P2, and the 74 of Bass will take P3 with the 87 a wild card right behind. And oh my goodness, that was insane.
Saving was not the strategy.
Saving was not the strategy, but I mean, you know what they say about hindsight. It is 2020. It's one of those things, though. Someone had to do it. But yeah, that's how you... Oh, go ahead.
As old Larry Mack would say, you do as the leaders do. That's all you'll do is follow the leaders.
And just like that, we have a repeat winner here in the Sportsman Series. The 88 coming on out. Oh, it looks like the 22 was lagging. I actually didn't see that at all. Please tell.
Just a hair.
Oh, just a hair. Okay, I didn't see him lagging at all on my screen. Whew. Fastest lap goes to Bassbuck with a 21.689. Close enough for greatness here. But yeah, in your first race, the O2 finished P8. We didn't get to that so far, so congrats to the O2. I actually didn't know you finished P8 because I'm still waiting on the results. And as soon as we do, we will... Hey, I'm still waiting on the results, guys. Hey, chill out. I was getting to that. Still waiting on results. Someone will send it to me eventually. And as soon as we do, of course, I usually will go through my results. But let's get our top 3 in here for the time being. Give me one hot second. I'm going to mute. God, every time I do one of these races, it just takes my breath away. Oh my goodness. So yes.
Top 10 for you.
Oh, thank you. Actually, thank you to NRG. He actually sent it to me as I was doing that. So.
Okay, never mind.
What's
slow on and off the racetrack.
Huh?
I said, never mind then. I guess
okay.
I'm just slow
Don't
on
worry.
and off the track.
It's fine. So of course we already know our top three, but we'll go over that anyway. So Lil Chris, B Comp, Bass Buck, P4 was Wildcard, Tuckball P5, Monster P6, Freedom Flyer P7, Liv Morgan fan in his debut, as he was saying in the PSN or PlayStation. Oh my God! The YouTube comments on a P8 in his debut. Excellent job. Mopao Nuka P9. Then we know Nathan, you already said P10. P11 is Memory. So hey, excellent rebound from him. So he was I think like 15th or 16th. So rebound to P11 there. Energy P12. Goose US Trek P13. Chapman P14. Well, you said he spun, right?
I believe so.
All right, so that's probably why he ended up back there. Scott P15, but I mean, it still sucks because he was battling for the top five all race. Um, Scott P15, Tomboy P16, Heron 17th, Klein 18th, Keith 19th, Hellcat 20th, and 21st is Warpig and Sauce, 22nd. So that is our that's our full results, and I do believe we have everyone in here. Well, now we do. There we go. So let's go over our podium finishes here. An excellent job, guys. Who says you can't pass a Richmond? Because we just saw. Well, it could have been a bump and run, but that is how we do it cleanly. Because that has been the question of the league is, what would you do for a win? Well, B-Comp, we'll get to you in a second. We're going to start with Bassbuck here, so we got to go to our friend Mike Harmon here. Bass, first podium of the season. Excellent work in that number 74 truck. You looked a little, well, on the high side at least, you looked a little tight, maybe a little bit loose in some sections, and you adjusted accordingly. What was your mindset like after winning the poll and then kind of moving back to I think P7?
Uh, yeah, that was. I think I went the wrong preset, so that was awesome. I was like all over the place, loose. Doesn't help. I was, getting used up, but it's short track, whatever. I get it. But settled into like seventh, and then yeah, just started getting spots back, and then I'm just hella disappointed. Like I just needed one more lap at the end. I needed one more, and these two would have been toast. I promised. I had one more lap. I was coming on tires, and ah, just didn't quite get through the lap cars that great. I guess just short, but fun racing. Yeah, cool to get a podium and P3.
Well, honestly, that's just kind of how that works sometimes is, just how quickly you can get through lap traffic. I mean, we've seen that even in real life is, especially at Bristol, that's another track where getting through lap traffic is hella important. And Richmond here is no exception. But yeah, Bass, excellent run. I know on the F1 side, you've been kind of kicking people's teeth in there. And now in terms of the trucks, you've been kind of hovering around both on Tuesdays and here on Mondays, you've been kind of hovering around fourth, and you kind of broke that barrier tonight. So that's got to feel good.
Yeah, I mean, trucks ain't really my thing. I mean, I want to get in Xfinity cars. Those are my favorite. But yeah, it's been something. I feel like I'm the fourth best guy usually every week, so hopefully I can crack some more podiums here.
Well, tonight you were the. Well, tonight you were. Sorry, I was reading Tomboy's comment. You were reading, or sorry, you are the third best guy tonight. So, excellent job, Bass. Let's go over to Clay Greenfield. So, B-Comp, I'm actually unfamiliar with you. This is our first time meeting, so nice to meet you. My name's the Private Patton. And you are literally joining us. I've never encountered you before. You were brought in from memory. And you come on out and just show these guys, hey, you know what? At Richmond, hard as heck track to race at. I'm going to finish P2. No sweat.
You probably do know me from back in the day, back with the Pro League stuff. I remember your name. I used to be a BC Racer kid.
Name rings a bell. Okay, now that you say that, BC, okay, well, that kind of makes a little more sense. Well, nice to meet you. Well, either way, I mean, nice to reconnect, I should say. But yes, still coming in and kicking people's teeth in.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I had way too many mistakes, like with lap traffic and I should have caught Chris there at the end 5 laps before I did, but I got held up for probably 4 or 5 laps by a couple of lap cars, and I was about half a second off for all those laps, and that really did a toll.
Mm. Well, yeah, and I guess that seems to be the recurring thing because we heard that from Bass as well as getting through lap traffic. I mean, of course, with 22 trucks out there, lap traffic is bound to be a factor at some point, especially in a no caution race for 112 laps.
Well, that's it. I was very, very impressed by how clean the racing was. The only thing I had to complain, like I saw the same truck probably 4 or 5 times I was lapping, and every single time he just held his lane. Like once you're 4 laps down, 3 laps down, move up out of the way when somebody flies up on you. It's like, come on, man. Then you're trying to pass them on the outside or try to dive bomb them to get around them and try to do it clean as you can.
Oh, I mean, of course, that is sometimes telling them the wall to get out of the way. You know that sometimes it sticks and it doesn't. You know, but
Yeah.
I get it though. I think we've all experienced some of that.
It's just aggravating. It's like, come on, man, you're ready to spike your controller at that point.
Well, either way though, how do you want me to address you? BC or B comp?
B comp.
B comp. Well, either way, memory sure picked a good one because, like I said, first race out here, and you almost took your maiden win. I do want to ask though. It seems to be the question of the league so far. I don't know if you heard that, but we had a couple of times people were moving each other out of the way for the win. Does that thought ever cross your mind, or is it like, you know what, it's my first race, I kind of don't want to do that?
It's a little bit of both. I mean, it crossed my mind, and everybody I was in the party with was trying to get me to nudge him up out of the way, but he was cleanly. He gave me a lane there on the bottom, and I just couldn't get it to rotate enough, and then it broke loose, and I wasn't going to bump him for it. He led the entire race.
Well, I guess there we have it because I was actually curious on what the mindset was like, and there we go. Well, BComp, excellent job. P2 on your maiden debut.
Hey, thank you guys for having me. That was a really good race. I was impressed.
Let's say that. Let's bring this conversation up again next week after Dover. So let's go to the 88 now. Lil Chris, you won last week and you won again here this week. And actually, you are now looking at three consecutive podiums here to start off the campaign here. Very eerily similar to Baronate's season one performance that brought him to a title. Of course, we're now 1/quarter of the way through the season. Is the title now in your mindset?
I wouldn't say that. It's kind of like I don't really. No, it's not in my mindset because I've made too many mistakes, and I don't know who Baycomp was in the party with, but I mean he pretty much summed it up whenever he said hey, they was trying to get me to bump him out of the way. I've made enemies and I've made mistakes, and I'm aggressive, and tonight I was expecting it, last lap. And I didn't know Big Comp, like that name was like, I didn't know if somebody changed their name and it was one of my rivals. And I was kind of freaking out the last 5 laps because I made completely the wrong adjustment on 2 tires, and it was all over the place. And Big Comp, I mean, he had his chance, the whole last lap to do it, and I got tons of respect, for him not, just, I mean, he didn't even have to throw it in there. He was really close, going into 3. And a bunch of respect goes out to him, and I really appreciate him racing clean like that. And it's a pretty fun race, but I learned my lesson on the 2-tire setup. Don't go the way that I went because the truck was junk at the end.
Well, I mean, I was curious on who was going to try it with 2 as opposed to 4, and I guess that explains why Bass was absolutely schmoovin' on those 4 tires. I didn't actually expect that you guys would try it with 20 laps to go, but hey, you guys got bigger balls than I do because I think after I found out what lap it was, I would have been like, okay, it's a 4-tire stop. So But yeah, interesting. But yeah, like I said, two consecutive weeks you are the winner. Memory did not have the best of races, and he was tied with you going into this round. And he finished P11, so you now have the championship lead. And what? How do you feel about Dover next week?
Dover, I really love that track. It's probably, I would say besides Homestead, I would say it's my favorite track on the game. So I'm really looking forward to Dover. I think it'll be a really good week. Not just for me, but I think the whole PMR group next week is going to do really phenomenal, and I expect all three trucks to finish in the top five next week.
Ooh, well,
We're all
there.
looking really forward to next week at Dover. So.
Well, there we go. I guess we have our statement right here, not just from Chris, but PMR as a group. Watch out for them next week. From 1 mile to another, we go from Richmond to Dover. And I just want to say thank you all so much for coming on now. I think we peaked at like 15 people watching, like straight live. That was insane viewerships. Thank you all so much for coming on out and watching. Richmond, of all places. But congrats to Chris. 2 weeks in a row. B Comp, first race in the series. And I just feel bad because apparently I met him before and I didn't know him. But then Bassbuck, excellent job breaking that fourth place barrier to the podium. We'll see what you guys can do next week at Dover. Nathan, our inner supporter, coming on down from the Cup Series for his first of 5 appearances. Yeah, thank you all so much, guys. We're going to be back on Saturday for the Watkins Glen Cup race here. We are going to be off tomorrow for Challenger. We are prepping for the playoffs. We'll be back on Tuesdays next week. And with that, we're going to close on out. Thank you all so much, guys. Peace.